Okay, welcome back to Join Teaches Chinese. In this small lesson, I'm gonna teach you how to master the four tones in the Chinese Mandarin language. First, I have to state that forget anyone that who told you the Chinese tones are very difficult to know, to remember, and it's very difficult to tell. Okay, forget all this rubbish. See, all those Chinese kids, was 2 years old, 3 years old, they can master these four tunes. And how can you people not be able to master these four tunes? Okay, forget all those rubbish. No matter you see it on the other program or on the other what the other people teach you, or your Chinese teacher teach you, or other Chinese teacher teaches you, forget it. Okay, there's no easy language. Also, there's no such kind of extremely uh, difficult language. You just need to learn it, get the tips, and practice it. You will master it. And within this, let's say 20 or 30 minutes, I will help you to master it. And I think it's quite easy, no matter which country you are from and what language you are speaking now. As long as you can understand my broken English, you should be able to master the four tones of Chinese. So here, I have already make the mark here. Anytime you forget, you just check here. I'm gonna start in a moment. Again, here, this part is just to, the diagram is just a rough idea of how the tones changes in Chinese. Okay, let's have a look. First tone, or tone 1. Second tone, as you can see, the first tone is like flat or plain. Second tone is it have a rise. Okay. Third tone, it is first drop a little, then rise again. The fourth tone is like a drop. Okay. Here you do not need to remember of most of it. You follow my words. Before we know this, read m plus a a, it gives a ma. But as you can see here, 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 and here, on that a, it seems there's 4 different marks. Okay, it's different. It is easy, but a little difficult. First, I have to mention it always read as ma. There's no such kind of things as you see in Arabic. Okay, you have a letter. Okay, you put it here, or put it here, or put something like this here, or you put two. It read totally different. Ba, bi, bu, bei, bo, bao, ban. Okay, there's no such kind of difficult things. Okay, forget this. It's much easier than Arabic dama. This kind of things. This mark of the tone is easy. First, it have a flat one like this. That means the first, second, third, fourth. We first look at the out shape. The second tone, like the rise in sound, is the rising up. Okay. The third one have two parts, down and up. The last one, the fourth tone, is the drop. Okay. First, remember this: flat, rise, drop, again, down. Okay? First, second, first, second, second, then drop, okay, up, down, okay. Remember this. Excuse me. Okay, leave it there. Okay, let me give you a guide. The first one is the ma. Okay, ma. The second one, this ma should not be changed. It will not change into me or mu or mao mo. Okay, it's still ma. But the tone, how you pronounce it, has a little change. The first one is the ma. The second one, still ma, ma, not changed, but tune. Ma. Okay, ma, ma. Okay, the ma is still the same. Ma always the same. The third tune, ma, 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 ma. Fourth one, ma. Okay, as you notice, the four meaning, the four tunes are matches with four totally different Chinese kanji or Chinese characters. Totally different. And the meaning is also totally different. Mother, this one, horse, to scold, to abuse, totally different. Yes, in Chinese, we just differentiate our words or the sound in this way. It's one of it. Ma, 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 ma. Okay. This diagram, as I mentioned before, is just to give you a guidance. You do not need to remember how this means. It's a rise or what. And some of you maybe even seen some very complex variants of the Chinese tones described even in some physical waveforms. Okay. These are really beyond our HSK content. You know, uh, even you ask the Chinese people who major in Chinese Mandarin, even in their master degree, maybe you ask them to come to explain you, even himself, maybe he do not understand it. Okay, it's just the only function of those rubbish is to to scare you off of the learning Chinese. Okay, so do not care about what the other people to say. Okay. But from now, I will give you a guide. Here are the five of the finals, single finals, uh, not five, six. So the first one, I read it again. Ah, let's go with it first. Excuse me. Can you read the word mother? Mother. Or you can read the word father. Okay, I think all of you can read it. Remove this part. Remove the there. How you gonna say fa? You just read ma, fa, mother, father. The feeling of how you read this sound is just the feeling how you should read the first tone. Okay? Ah, ah, mother, father. So this is the o. You should read it. You can replace it, no problem. Mother. Remove the there, remove the m, o, mother, o, okay, o, or for. You can replace any of it, no problem. For or for the earther, removes the there, removes the for, further, or a, or, then the mother. Remove the there, remove the m, other, either, e, it gives e, u, further. Remove for, remove there, u, yu, Okay, what if I give you let's make it difficult. I give a H, which is he, wu. Okay, this is I. This gives Y. Altogether, it gives Huai, right? What if I want to read it in the first tone? Huai, there. Okay, remove the there. Huai, Huai. Okay, maybe it do not have this sound, but if you see it in this way, it will be read that Huai. Okay, so we have already solved the first tone. Second tone is this one. Ah, ah. If you in English, somebody when you are communicating with each other, somebody give a sound like ah, what you gonna think? It shows somehow it shows a kind of confusion, right? Although in Chinese, the tone does not necessarily link with the motion, but here you can remember a motion when you are speaking English. When somebody do something very confusing, you're gonna ask him what, right? You're gonna say what, what? Yeah. When you are saying this what, remove the t, what. Okay, it's just the feeling of how you should apply when you are reading the Chinese second tone. What? At. Replace this wa with a. At. And remove the t. A. O. E. I. Wu. Yu. Okay, again, I give you a complex one. Let's have le. An. Is this character with an? Yi an, yan, le yan, lian. It give a second tone. What? Lian. Okay. Can you capture how I gonna read it? Lian. What? Lian. Okay. And give another one. This one read together as ang, just like when you say hang out. Ang. It's in Chinese it's ang. It's ang. Okay. Give a second sound. Wu plus ang is ang. Sorry. Wu plus ang wang. And give a second tone. What? Ang. Ang. Wang. Wang. Okay. What? Ang. Okay. I hope that you have already know how. I hope that you have already master the second tone. The third tone actually is really a little confused. It's even a little difficult to find the equivalence. But I find the most equivalent one is just for you as a reference. If you find a better one, you can also let me know. This is again in the Mr. Bean series. There was a time Mr. Bean go into a restaurant or cafe with something still in his jacket. Then the waiter asked him what he's going to eat, or maybe the waiter is asked. When the waiter sees him not feeling well, the waiter asks, "Are you okay?" And Mr. Bean says reply with something like maybe, "Yeah, I'm very okay." And the waiter says, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" Okay, this is the maybe a British way of saying this. Are you sure? When this British guy saying sure, can you notice that he's not saying in a frequent one? He's saying the tone, how he speaks this word sure have a change. And this is the closest mood of how to pronounce the Chinese third tone. Are you sure? Sure. Ah. Are you ah? Are you or? Are you Are you e? Are you wu? And okay, so here's a little round, huh? Yu. Okay, and this is the feeling that you should have when you are speaking the Chinese third tone. Okay, let's give another one. Okay, I give a difficult one. Le. Again, here this one is an, right? It gives the le an lan. Gives the third tone. Are you sure? Are you lan? Right? So this one is just read lan. And this one, this together is ye. This is a xi. Xi ye, xie. That's the first tone. Second tone, xie. The third tone, xie. Are you sure? Xie. Xie, xie. Okay? Okay. Now we have already mastered the third tone. For the third tone, you should also listen to how the other Chinese people speaking. Shui shui, you can master the third tone. And the last tone is an easy one. It's just like this mark. Ah. And somebody hit you on the head. You say, ah. Okay. Ah. Or you eat something really bad. You're gonna say, yuck. Yuck. The Qatari food, yuck. Okay. Okay. I mean, there was a restaurant in Souq Waqif. He said the waiter says it's originally Qatari food, but when I eat the food, I say yuck. Or the most easy one, if you can't remember what is the fourth tone, you're gonna say, I will not say it. It's just that kind of feeling. So this one, if I give a 4 plus a and give the last tone, you're gonna read it for a fa and give the last tone with this word. You're gonna say fa, fa, correct? If I give this one 4 or 4, okay, but you should not rate it. It do not exist. But if you see it, if you see something like this, you can read it in this way, just like ke, wu, ai, huai. Okay, and the last sound, the last tone, yak, huai. Okay, let's read the rest. A, o, i, u, yu. Okay, so up to now, you should be able to master the 4 tones, like here. Okay, if we see it. Okay, we're gonna go through it later in next one. But before we closed, we stop, we have a little review. Ah, 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 ah. If you can't remember, have a look of here. o, 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 e, e, i, i, u, 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 ü, ü, ü. Okay? Then we read it vertically. O, i, u, ü, o, i, u, ü, o, i, u, ü, o, i, u, ü. Okay, next time we're gonna go through the other topic. Yalla, bye bye.